Welcome to my journey through the Bible. This will be a summary of 1 Samuel 15, verses 1 through 35. Now, Samuel had said, God had sent me to you, Saul, to anoint you to be king over his people, over Israel. Listen to the voice of the Lord. The Lord has remembered what the Amalekites has done to Israel when they came out of Egypt. And now you are to utterly destroy all of them, men, women, infant, oxen, sheep, camel, and donkey. And Saul gathered his people and began to number them. There was 200,000 foot soldiers and 10,000 men of Judah. And Saul came to the city, and he told the Canaanites, Go and depart from among the Ammonites, or you will be destroyed. The Canaanites was nice to Israel when they came out of Egypt. And the Canaanites did depart from among the Ammonites. The Saul killed all the Ammonites except for the king and the fatted animals of the land. But the rest were utterly destroyed, the sickly and the bad. And then God had told Samuel, I repent that I have made Saul to be king. He has not obeyed my word or my voice or my commandments. And Samuel was very grieved, and he cried all night. The next morning, Samuel arose and went to where Saul was at. When Saul had heard that Samuel was there, he went to go and meet him, and he said, Blessed be the Lord, I have obeyed all of your commandments. And Samuel said, Is that sheep and oxen that I hear? And Saul said, The people have kept the best, so that we may sacrifice it to the Lord. And Samuel said, Let me tell you what the Lord has told me this night. And Saul said, Go ahead. You were anointed king of Israel when you were very small in your own sight. And the Lord had told you to utterly destroy the Amalekites. You were to fight until they were consumed. And you did not obey the voice of God, and you kept what was the best. You have done evil in the sight of the Lord. And Samuel said, I did what God had asked me. I have brought the king of the Ammonites, and I destroyed the rest. But the reason for keeping the animals were to sacrifice to the Lord. And Samuel said, Does God want you to sacrifice to him, or does he want you to obey his voice? It is better to obey than to give a sacrifice. Rebellion is a sin of witchcraft, stubbornness, and idol worship. You have rejected God, and now God has rejected you as king. Saul said to Samuel, I have sinned, and I have transgression against the commandments of the Lord and your word, because I was afraid of the people. And Samuel said, I will return home, and I will not return to you again, for you have rejected God, and God has rejected you as king of Israel. And Samuel turned to walk away, and Saul grabbed him, and his garment ripped in Saul's hand. Now Samuel turned and said, The king will be ripped out of your hands and be given to another. The strength of Israel will not lie in a man that will not repent of his sins. And Saul said, I have repented. Honor me by praying and being with the elders. Come and worship with me before Israel. And so Samuel did turn, and he prayed, and he worshiped God. And then Samuel said, Bring the king of the Ammonites to me. For the king had thought death had surely passed him. And Samuel said, As a mother has been made childless by the sword, your mother will be childless among the women as well. And Samuel grabbed the sword and cut the king into pieces before the Lord. And then he returned home, and Samuel came no more to Saul until the day of his death. but he mourned for Saul. May God be with you in everything and in every way.